Opponent's 5'9", 13-6-1 is the record for Charrier. 11-1 is the record for Back, and it's Back who is the bookmaker's favourite. As we throw this to our MC Paul Rust, get proceedings underway.
Your judges for this fight, cage side, are Ben Cartledge, David Leatherby, and Mark Collette. Your referee in charge is Rich Mitchell. Introducing first, in the blue corner, he stands 5'9" inches tall, 175 centimeters, weighing overweight at 146.4 pounds, 66.4 kilos. He has a professional record of 13 wins and only 6 losses and 1 draw. Fighting out of Mont-la-Jolie France, ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Charrier. And his opponent in the red corner, he stands 5'10" inches tall, 178 centimeters, weighing in at 144.5 pounds, 65.5 kilos. He has a professional record, 11 wins, only 1 loss. He is the former lightweight Cage Warriors champion, fighting out of Copenhagen, Denmark, Sam the True Viking Back!
Gentlemen, centre please. Centre please.
The lovely Edith gets us underway as Rich Mitchell gives final instructions here in the cage.
You're going to keep fighting until I tell you to stop. Now touch gloves if you want. Or don't.
No touch of gloves here. All business. Sorin, the True Viking, back in the dark grey with white trim. Morgan Charrier in the solid black. We're not going to get a touch of gloves.
Charrier with quite a wide split stance here. Oh, and an early right hand lands from Back. First punch thrown.
Five rounds scheduled, but if this is an indication of things to come, we may not need them.
I mean, the baseball punch power that Charrier just threw into that first punch, and he's clipped Back with a left.
Back just taking a moment to reset here, Josh.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here, because we've seen if the intention behind those punches from the Frenchman.
Charrier's got to be aware that he's going to have to defend a takedown at some point. We know how strong the ground game is of Sorin Back, but he got clipped again there, Josh.
Yeah, he did. It took him a little bit to reset. And again, that right hand over from Charrier. I've got to say, I like the movement of the Frenchman early on here.
Very fast hands.
Just staying an inch out of the way of Back's strikes, and Back's trying to tie up here. The Frenchman's got the double unders body lock against the cage. He's trying to put a real bend in the spine of Sorin Back. If he can get his forehead up under the chin, that'll help him.
Well, Josh, we talked during the walkouts about Charrier failing to make championship weight. Sorin Back did not make weight at the first time of asking. He needed the allowance to come back. I believe he cut something in the region of over 2 pounds in the space of an hour.
Yeah, it was a tough cut for him occasionally at lightweight. Featherweight, you've really got to have your diet in check in the months leading up to the fight, so that water cut is as easy as possible for you. Back with very strong head position here on that overhook tie. He's got over-unders. Good knees on the inside as well.
You hear the referee there asking the fighters to improve their position.
Well, Charrier's got double underhooks here, and he's got head position, which is really what you want in this position. Back's looking to throw an Uchimata off the whizzer. Doesn't quite complete. He's having a scramble.
Great work from the Frenchman there.
Yeah, just kept his base really heavy, never allowed his hips to get turned over. And Back looking a little bit scrappy in the striking here.
Charrier taking this fight on relatively late notice, just a few weeks, I believe, he stepped up to replace the injured champion, Dean Truman. But he's certainly not here to make up the numbers.
No, he landed that lead left. The right followed again. That's a good combination from back, but the hips are open. Frenchman drives. Huge takedown. Got to protect his neck, though. Oh, smart work from the Frenchman, passing the hips immediately.
And the crowd here in Copenhagen is absolutely deafening. Willing the true Viking on.
Yeah, Charrier does have 6 submissions on his record. Back's done a good job here of getting back to some form of guard. If he does manage to lock the neck up, it's going to make it far more effective. But the Frenchman bullies his head free.
Palm strike there from Soren Bak, just keeping Charrier honest.
Well, he's got to look to, if he's going to play this kind of game where he snaps down over the head, he's going to be looking for what we call Sumigaeshi single elevator hooks. He's going to try and break the posture of the Frenchman to one side and flip him over with a leg. Now Frenchman pulls the head clear again.
Charrier told us during the week, Josh, that he wasn't scared to be on the floor with Soren Bak, and by the looks of things in the cage for this first round, he needn't be.
No, I mean, he's made smart decisions in the transitions. You know, you can usually look at the latency of the transition to see, you know, how competent someone is, and he's making very smart decisions very quickly. I think it's a really good first round for the Frenchman, but lateral drop from Bak.
Charrier pouncing on the brief mistake there from Soren Bak. Back in top position.
Just never quite got his hips under it. Bak's trying to climb his legs high in close guard here. He's not going to have long to do something with it, though.
Final 10 seconds of the round, and Bak still trying to drop a few elbow strikes into the mix and keep the Frenchman guessing. Round 1 in the books, and for my money, Josh, that's a round for the Frenchman.
Yeah, I think when you look at who had the most significant actions there, it was the Frenchman. There was intention from Bak to throw some good techniques, particularly in the grappling exchanges, but the Frenchman's defensive grappling was fantastic, and he was able to secure on top a couple of times, pass the guard, progress the position. I think, generally speaking, you've got to give that 10-9 to the Frenchman.
You see him catching his opponent early doors there with that nice right hand.
This was the attempted Uchimata from Bak, and you can see he got his hips over, and the Frenchman just never accepted that he was going to go over in that position and really bullied his way through. This was his takedown, driving, and here he has a chance to get caught in the guard and just switches his hips at the last moment to free himself. And, you know, again, it's that right leg that stopped the Uchimata, it stopped the lateral drop. I think the Frenchman's just got amazing proprioception here as he gets tossed around.
Well, there's a man with both eyes on the winner of this contest. He's had some choice words for both fighters during the build-up to this one.
He's not one to mince words, Dean Truman, is he?
Absolutely not. That's why we love him. That and the fact that he's one of the better featherweights we've seen here in the history of Cage Warriors.
So I think Bak's got to figure this Frenchman out on the feet a little bit more. Frenchman just seems to be throwing with a bit better intention. And you see there that Bak wasn't sure about what was happening when he tried to recover his guard. He got stuck momentarily, just overcommitting with his own punches.
Bak looking to close the distance there.
Oh, beautiful single.
Great work again from the Frenchman, though, to deny him.
Yeah, that's going to start playing in the mind of Soren Bak, I think. Another one or two of those stuffed.
Well, that's where we've seen him be so dominant in the past. Once he gets that momentum behind him, once he starts landing those takedowns, people have struggled to get out from underneath him. Tonight, that's not been a factor thus far. Just a little bit short on those punches there is the true Viking. The former lightweight champion being made to work for it here.
Oh, big pickup on the leg, catch of the kick. Another takedown for the Frenchman. Look, immediately looking to pass the guard. Look at the driving the hips forward, crowding with the hips. Beautiful postures from Morgan Charrier.
Looking to pass the legs.
Oh, he's got to free the head here. He should be safe. This is where it's dangerous for him. Bak's got his legs up a bit higher.
Got to be careful of these up kicks if he does try to get around the guard of Soren Bak.
How calm does the Frenchman seem to you? He seems so nonchalant about driving his hips forward in these positions. I'm really impressed with what he's been able to do so far.
Yeah, someone should tell him he's in a fight with one of the most dangerous lightweights in Europe.
Yeah, but there's the Uchimata from back, hopping through, and this is the first time he's had a dominant position here. We're going to see the defensive capability of Charrier.
Looking to land those curving elbows and short punches is Soren Bak from this position with the single hook in.
Yeah, he's got great sequences here. He's going to try and use or sneak that right hook around, and then he's going to go to work on the choke at the moment. There we go. Pulls him away. He's working from a single hook position here. There's the second hook. He's got a lot of time to work as well. Still 2 minutes.
There's one thing we have seen from Soren Bak in the past, it's patience.
Yeah, looks briefly for the rear naked choke there. Charrier's got to fight these grips. Look at that, clean across the face. I mean, don't make no mistake, if you get the right angle, you can finish somebody with that. It's initially unpleasant, but if you cross the jaw in the right way, it becomes a strangle.
Short punches from Soren Bak here, just trying to keep his man guessing.
There we go, Charrier's got to fight one grip, but he's given up a body triangle now. He's got to roll to his left side, try and put the side of the lock down to the mat. He's got to not really worry about the short punches and fight that choking hand. He's trying to bridge and turn in the guard. Turned within the body triangle.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It's rare.
Certainly not in MMA.
Very rare.
Cage Warriors matchmaker Ian Dean sure can find them, can't he?
So Bak setting something up here. He's got that left foot on the hip. He kicks away this time, and I think they're complaining about an accidental illegal up kick.
Yeah, the referee's called time here, and you see
I don't think it was deliberate.
The corner team of Charrier there telling their man to keep calm, not get angry.
Yeah, it wasn't deliberate. It was in a scramble to try and kick to the chest. More to create space and stand back up than to actually cause any real damage.
And he did warn Soren Bak there, Rich Mitchell, that he wasn't going to take a point, but he will do if it happens again. Good decision-making by one of the most experienced referees on the European circuit.
I hope that's given Soren Bak a bit more confidence now. He's had a good dominant position.
Both men looking happy to strike here.
And you see he just gets a little bit worried on the feet.
Looking to change levels. Beautiful work from the Frenchman there. Charrier getting his hips out to defend that takedown.
Yeah, his hips and his frames just met Soren Bak with the forearms.
Looking for a big takedown.
Oh, he's in on a knee bar. Deep knee bar.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Bak fighting to survive here, and he does.
Into the heel hook. Wow. I mean, another 30 seconds there, that would have been an interesting scramble to see. But that's the kind of power Bak can put into his takedowns. I think that's a good exclamation point for him at the end of that round.
Let's take a look back at some of the action. Bundling his man to the mat there was Soren Bak, but beautiful work from Charrier to get back to his feet.
Yeah, Bak looked to snap down. This was the pickup and catch of the leg from Charrier. I really like the groundwork from here. This was Bak reversing the position, just hopping through. You don't need that huge elevation sometimes. You can just jump through the person.
Looking to attack from the back is the true Viking. Beautiful work, though. That's a physical feat, isn't it?
It is. It's a tough round for the judges. I think on balance, Soren Bak's probably just nicked it and evened this one up, but definitely a lot of back and forth for the judges to consider.
Third round of 5 if they need them. I'm more than happy to watch 5 full rounds of this action, as are the sold-out crowd here in the KB Hallen. Another title fight yet to come here at Cage Warriors 103. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer privileged to call the night's action for you live on UFC Fight Pass.
Charrier in southpaw stance. Oh, he's caught the kick again, and he snatches the legs out from Soren back, and a beautiful uppercut.
Big shots
on
coming
the head
in from the Frenchman. Back's going to scramble to survive here.
Oh, I love the head control there. Just controlled the neck and threw the punches straight towards his other hand.
The crowd on the edge of their seats here.
I think that's smart from back. Kick the knees out here. You don't often see people trying to up kick to the knees. Oh, in on a low single. Charrier tries to pivot over the top.
Back looking to take the back here, but the Frenchman fighting to survive. Kimura grip from back.
Yeah,
looking to sweep him over there.
Charrier overcommitted his left arm and exposed the route to the back. And Soren back is now with a double wrist lock grip and a potential to take the back again. There we go, extract the leg. Oh, and a good reversal from the Frenchman. He risked giving up the position there, but it was a good decision in the end.
They reset in the center of the cage with 3.5 minutes left to play with. And this could well end up being a battle of wills as much as it is a battle of skills.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some fatigue setting in here. Soren back again completes a takedown, but you see the post on the head from Charrier immediately looking to stuff the head down. That break of posture should allow him to get back up, but Soren back's done a brilliant job of climbing the body here. You see that left arm around the back of the head of the shoulder, just anchoring him into place.
Morgan Charrier having the fight from the bottom now, looking to get those hips out. He's got the one butterfly in.
Yeah, back's going to try and pummel his leg over the top here. See, there we go. He's looking to circle that leg over. Oh, and into an outside heel hook. He's going belly down, but I don't think he's got the knee line trapped. The back's extracted his leg, looking to take the back once again.
And back just being warned for, I believe, a 12-6 elbow there. As he looks to peel away the arm.
Yeah, triangle into armbar here. Oh, and what resilience from Charrier.
And he really has been able to squirm his way out of a few nasty spots in this one. The resilience of the Frenchman, absolutely astounding.
Yeah, back's looking for that guillotine again, but Charrier's burying his head very deeply and just making himself very heavy and low. And he's in top position now in half guard. Back scrambles to the feet. Oh, and back with the higher hips here. He's going to come out on top.
The crowd willing Soren back on. Everyone here in the KB Halle in support of their Scandinavian brother.
Good short elbows to the body. Back's advancing up here to a more dominant striking position. He's going to look to crucifix here from the top. He's got one arm of Charrier controlled. If he can get his legs to control the other, it will leave the face wide open.
Nice short elbows from Soren back, and he's putting points on the board here, Josh.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely racking them up. But it's a good underhook for Charrier. He's looking to bridge into it, turn into a single leg.
Back is making Charrier do a lot of work here, Josh. Perhaps with the view to the fact that Charrier's gas tank may not hold up in the championship rounds.
Yeah, you just see he had to bail out of that escape attempt. It's a good round for Soren back now, spending a lot of duration on top. He's got a good guillotine gripped up here, actually, as he bridges into it. Oh, this
10
is
seconds of the round.
Oh, and the head pops out. Deep half for Charrier, looks to come up on top. I think they both knew the round was ending there.
Deep breath from Soren back. Charrier bundled back onto his chair there in the corner.
I wonder if fatigue is starting to set into the Frenchman. Back just a little bit more controlling towards the end of that round.
The momentum has shifted towards the true Viking.
Yeah, as you said, he forced Charrier to have to bridge and escape a lot, really work hard to save those positions, but he started the round well, kicking the leg out here. And this was beautiful. These uppercuts, they were significant. Posting on the head, really controlling where back would go. Had him looking very out of sorts for a few seconds. Near back take. This is a case of the Frenchman overcommitting with that left arm, and you can see there's nothing to stop back from moving around behind him here.
Soren Bak still looking as cool and calm as you like. And he really has dominated from this top position as the fight has bore on.
Yeah, it's taken him a little bit of time to figure it out, but definitely starting to hit a little bit of a groove now.
Championship rounds. We've seen Soren Bak here before. This is a first for Morgan Charrier. And it's Bak taking the center of the cage, looking to walk his man down. And a little bit of the speed and pop has gone from the hands of Charrier as this one's worn on, as well it might, with all that wrestling and grappling we've seen in the past 15 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. He started with so much intention in the punches, and now has a distinct drop-off in volume as well as velocity. Bak, on the other hand, starting to pick this up a little bit now, chaining the punches and the kicks together, just to make the Frenchman think a little bit more.
Bak looking to find an entry there. The corner of Charrier looking a little frustrated with their man. And the fans of Soren Bak getting a bit of a chant going here in the KB Halle. The sound is absolutely deafening. I'm not sure that television will do it justice, but they are out in force for the true Viking.
Good jab from Charrier. But Bak is walking him down here. Charrier doing a good job of staying out of range generally, but that only gets you so far. Double overhooks now for Bak. We saw a lateral drop once. Let's see if he looks for it again. It's perfectly doable off this position.
Bak chooses to disengage and get that jab back to work. I feel like I'm saying Bak a lot during this contest.
Yeah, it certainly makes the scrambles tough.
Oh, nice two-piece there from Morgan Charrier.
I think Bak's done heavy hips. Heavy hips. He rolls through for a knee bar, looks to come on top. Just gets the hips higher, and he's going to get top position here. Looking to seatbelt.
Big scramble. Bak looking to come out on top.
We've seen Soren Bak is so strong in that kind of hopping Uchimata leg inside position. Big punches coming in now, and nothing coming back from the Frenchman at all. Looks to roll again, got stuck up on a stack. Limp arm to the mat.
What a contest. Both guys leaving it all in the cage here. Charrier just overreaching a little bit with some of these shots. Oh,
good
nice
rip to the
shot.
body. Bak was just bladed a little bit, so caught him in the middle of the stomach rather than around to the liver. You have to figure one of those to cleanly to the liver would have been very unpleasant.
He talked about Soren Bak having experience of the championship rounds, but what he doesn't have is experience of the championship rounds at 145 pounds with that additional weight cut. But we could see that experience advantage negated here.
Beautiful single from Bak, but Charrier once again scrambles straight back to the feet.
It must be frustrating for Soren Bak here, seeing these shots get stuffed, and his opponent's ability to get back to his feet, which really isn't something we've seen from previous opponents.
No, usually they have trouble defending the initial takedown and they can't get back up. Charrier's doing a good job of his first line defense is excellent. Back's got good position here. He's got both legs trapped now, and he's going to try and walk his way up a little bit. He's always got that right underhook control, pummeling for that left inside bicep as well. Generally, you just want to keep control inside of your opponent's frames when you move up the position here.
Morgan Charrier was a considerable underdog with the bookmakers, so you've got to believe there's been a few nervous bookies after that first round, and they may not be out of the woods here.
I think so. I think if a couple of these leg entanglements have got deeper, definitely. See here, he's going to, as soon as he goes under the leg, he's going to look to turn him over. But this is a fantastic position for back. Crucifix from the top. Looking to strike.
The Dane looking for an emphatic finish here. Another round in the books. 3-1 to Soren back.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair shout, to be honest. He's had good periods of control. It's not been all his own way, but it's been enough where you would definitely say he's had the best of it. Replays up here, and that was a beautiful 1-2 to start the round off from Charrier. But this is where back was just a little bit stronger. Some of these scrambles.
This was an absolutely superb scramble from both these guys. Charrier trying to stay heavy on top there. Soren back looking to land shots whenever he can.
Yeah, he also marched forward a lot in that round. I mean, the thing you have to remember is every time period in the round is scored the same as any other. So, you know, he finished well, he finished strong on top, but that doesn't count for any more than any other period where his opponent was on top.
Still looking like he's out for a walk in the park, is Soren back. If there is any anguish or any worry, he's certainly not wearing it on his face. And what a moment as these two warriors stare each other down before the fifth and final round. Still no touch of gloves. I'm sure that'll come later.
Yeah, back did good work going to the legs early on in the previous round.
The corner team of Morgan Charrier were icing his legs heavily during the break there.
Yeah, I think it's a good tactic from back. They're short cut kicks as well. They're not huge sweeping roundhouses. Just allows him to stay a little bit more alert about the punches coming back.
The Dane coming up short with that takedown attempt, and he's got to be careful he doesn't leave himself overexposed in those situations.
Yeah, we saw the pinning and punching ability of Charrier not that long ago.
Nice right hand there from Charrier. Backfiring back with a kick though. And the crowd in Copenhagen getting behind their man.
This is a bit better from Charrier, you know, a bit more fire in the punches here at the end.
And with fatigue setting in, it may only take one or two big shots to drop somebody here.
Absolutely. You can see this being over very quickly if something clean lands.
Both fighters have taken big punches on the chin thus far.
Good head movement from the Frenchman. Did eat the first jab, though.
Big shots being thrown in the fifth and final round.
I think the corner of the Frenchman have definitely said to him, you've got to go forward here. This is much, much better.
They've surely told Soren back that, or rather Morgan Charrier, that he needs a finish here. And the Frenchman looking to oblige.
Still got plenty of time to work. 3 minutes left on the clock. Lands a good jab. They're definitely trading in the pocket in each one of these exchanges, though.
Back looking to get in on a takedown there, but he's lost some of the spring in his step, Josh.
Yeah, they're just coming a bit slowly here, and he's got to be careful. Frenchman starting to build momentum now, walking the Dane down.
Soren Bak may be running on fumes here, Josh, and it looks like Charrier smelling blood.
Yeah, heavy hips. He's got to stuff a breakaway here. Can't allow Bak to circle round behind him. Strips the leg out nicely. Now he needs to re-engage with punches as quick as possible. The jab's been landing cleanly as well.
And how much has Morgan Charrier got left in the gas tank to throw at the fatigued former lightweight champ?
I don't know, but he's got to find something. Getting his head inside. He doesn't want this slow position against the cage. Good knee from Bak.
Charrier's corner absolutely roaring at him.
Again, Bak shoots in on a single leg. Heavy right sprawl on the hip from Charrier. Again, he looks to limp leg out. And Bak's just grabbed onto the ankle.
Big hammer fist from Charrier. Looking to pounce on Soren Bak here.
Ooh, this is a good round for the Frenchman. He's got to keep going forward, though.
Looking for the uppercut there. Soren Bak desperately trying to try his man up.
Yeah, he's palming to the face hugely. He's got to be careful about the fingerless gloves going in the eyes. Short elbow.
And the crowd here in Copenhagen roaring.
Charrier rips to the body. Bak's going to try and shoot to save himself now.
Charrier throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at the true Viking.
Yeah, but now he's in do or die time. The time is not his friend here. 50 seconds left. Again, short left elbow. Can he put Soren Bak down, who is very much on the defensive?
Bak firing back with a few shots of his own. Takes another elbow. Oh, and another big cracking elbow shot.
Those short elbows coming forward are fantastic.
Charrier needs to be careful. He's got his hands on his hips. Bak looking to put this one to bed with a takedown.
Yeah, spins behind. I mean, he can see out the last 20 seconds pretty easily here with this kind of body lock position. I don't think the Frenchman's definitely done enough to win the round, but I don't necessarily think that he's going to clinch the fight. It's going to come down, I think, probably to the second round. See how that played out. It's certainly not a given that Soren Bak is going to walk away with this decision.
Looking for that final takedown. And again, we see it reversed by Charrier. Both men raise their hands to the sky as well they might.
I feel like if Morgan Charrier could have found that fire 3 or 4 minutes earlier in the previous round, he could have done enough here, but it's going to be a close one for the judges. I suspect that the true Viking has just about nicked it.
Victory lap from Soren Bak there as Morgan Charrier also raises his hands to the sky. As we all know, that can certainly help on the judges' scorecards, the raising of the hands after the fight. But look at some of the styling from Morgan Charrier here.
I mean, Bak did a great job of trying to shoot in, but it was heavy hips. Or hip, should I say, from Charrier to stuff that. Had a good sequence of limp legging out. And he just walked forward and put it on Soren Bak. You know, the elbows, it's a shame that's a weapon he didn't use until the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Another 5-minute round would have seen Bak forced to dig even deeper, and you would think survive more of this heavy fire from Morgan Charrier.
I mean, we know Bak can dig deep. We know he can, and he had to once again there, you know. Got some good shots in.
Well, the judges are tallying their scorecards here at Cageside as the crowd in Copenhagen look on with bated breath. Champion Dean Truman also looking on from Cageside as we throw it to our MC in the cage for the decision. Tense moments here as the scorecards are tallied, but the decision is in, and here's Paul Roast to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 hard rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges have it 49, 46, 48, 47, and 47, which means the winner by majority decision. And new interim Cage Warriors Battle
his second Cage Warriors title. One of only a select few to do so. And he does it in front of an incredible hometown crowd here in Copenhagen. What a performance. He was forced to dig deep in that 5th round. But dig deep he did. And he will join my broadcast colleague, Josh Palmer.
Soren back. You're not only the Cage Warriors lightweight champion, you are now the Cage Warriors interim featherweight champion.
Hell yeah!
Tell me how that feels.
It feels fantastic. This is what I've been working for from the very first beginning of my career in Cage Warriors. So this is history. I'm the first Danish person to hold these 2 belts, and I'm proud as peaches to be here.
Talk us through that fight, because in the 5th there, he really started coming back and trying to push back on you.
I mean, there's like a standing joke about French people in battle, but man, Morgan, he has no retreat in him. He's the toughest son of a bitch I ever faced.
What was the game plan coming into this one?
The game plan was, we knew he was a hard hitter. He has precision punching and hard low kicks. So with that in mind, we knew we could hit a proper overhand right also. We did that, but he kept standing, son of a bitch. But other than that, we figured we could take him down, which we could, but his scrambles are amazing, so couldn't hardly hold him on the ground.
He popped back up there, didn't he? Look, one very quick final question for you. The current Cage Warriors featherweight champion is standing cage side right now, Dean Truman. You got one last word for him?
Well, Dean, if you're actually injured, I hope you heal fast. But if I had to face me, I'd probably get injured too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Soren back!
The